So welcome to another reading. Today's reading, we're going to look at the finances for 2023. Okay. So we're going to start with laying out a few cards. And these are the cards we'll see for today. We might take out a few more later. So let's take a look at these cards. Okay, so we're going to move them around as we read them. Just to remind you that I don't read with the words usually. So I'm usually using the images. So you don't need to really worry too much about what the cards visually are saying in terms of the words. Okay. So the first card, what I see is that you're heading into the new year feeling quite relaxed. You've taken time off, you've eaten well, you've stayed at home, you've kind of bathed in this kind of energy of what we call laziness is not a good word because people have used it in a very wrong way, but yes, bathed in the energy of laziness, lazing like a cat. Resting, giving yourself all the comforts you want, the rest, the enjoyment, and just kind of getting your body kind of ready for a new beginning in the new year. Okay. And even if you want to continue the year that way, you're going to come to an empty point. So financially, this may look like an emptiness in the finances, but it's really reflecting the energy that the year is beginning with, which is an empty point. And that's really what it's doing is with your finances, if they're feeling like at an empty point or at a starting point, rather than obviously where you'd like them to be, it's because it's asking you to kind of let go of the ideas that you have of how it should be. Maybe the end of the year was a bit more luxurious for you, and the beginning of the year was a little bit more let's say clear start, new start kind of energy with related to finances. But what that's trying to help you to do is to get into a mind where you're not full. Because when you have, let's say, an overflow of finances, your mind, it's sometimes difficult for your mind to get really clear. Because there's a lot of things you'll be doing, going places, etc., etc. So what it's trying to do at the beginning of the year is get you to really clear your mind. Okay? There is going to be some doubts and fears that you're going to have around money and your finances. And you're going to become a little bit like tight-lipped, a little bit more, how do you say, tight with the money. You're going to hold on a little bit more worry, a little bit more fear around money. Okay. And it is a little bit like a prison for you. But later, what will happen is you're going to learn how to surrender and get into just flow with money. And you see, money flows in and out. There is no flow if there's nothing going out. If you're only accumulating, you're not in flow. And you learn how to, quite quickly, I feel, quite early on in the year, you learn how to just flow with money. Whatever comes in, whatever goes out, you're okay with it being at a zero balance, where there's incoming and outgoing, but nothing may be accumulating or staying. And that's beautiful because your life is teaching you how to flow. And flow, you're not holding on to anything. With flow, you're not trying to keep anything. All you're trying to do is enjoy whatever you are around. Enjoy whatever you're around, okay? So again, that situation of flow with money, in and out, is helping you to stay in a mind of clarity, a mind of nothingness, an empty mind, not a mind filled with projections and plans. It's really asking you to always try to come back to this kind of mind in terms of the creation and the work that you're doing. So what I'm seeing is that from this no mind, you're going to be able to really go into an integration of different aspects of yourself, bringing your different gifts together, finding how you put the different parts of yourself together, and harnessing the different qualities of yourself. And we have the energy around you, and that's what is really going to help you to create abundance for yourself, or the increase of the financial flow. So what the universe is trying to teach you here is going to help you to really, because you're going to start feeling the different parts of yourself. When you're empty, you're able to feel more. When you're full, it's hard for you to feel. So you're really going to be feeling the different parts of yourself and putting them together. And that's going to start to begin to bring in that energy of abundance into the year. This could be any period between, I'm getting the period between March and June, okay, by the time you're starting to do this. And here, I feel that many of you may have ideas or desires or projects that you've been holding on to, that you've been holding close to your heart, not feeling ready to launch them, not feeling ready to actually let go and create them, feeling like you're not ready or they're not ready, or feeling attached even to some of these ideas, projects, desires, or dreams. And it's really about building up from here to here, building up the courage, building up the non-attachment to be able to let them go. And when you let these desires kind of go, when you kind of bring them out of you into the world freely without attachment, that's again a progression into where you wish to be with your finances. That's going to really help you, okay? So what I'm seeing with this card is that the financial flow may go up and down, It may not be steady the whole year, but if you stay in trust, you'll always be okay. And that up and down energy of the finances is trying to help you to find your inner balance. It's trying to help you to find your inner balance, so that, because when you have the inner balance, then the outside can balance. And it's teaching you that lesson. So I can feel there's a little bit of fear about that rockiness. And it's I don't see anything too extreme, but I do see ups and downs. And what the message here with this card is, really just stay in trust. Stay in trust. And this card, the words are coming to me for sure. And this card is just saying, kind of let go of the ideas that you had about where you might be. Let go of what you think should happen, and be more open to what is going to happen, what is coming in for you. Just stay in a higher consciousness of trust with the universe, that the highest intelligence, that the divine mind, which you are a manifestation of, is aligning everything for you in your own time and in the divine timing for you. Okay, so maybe you had certain plans and ideas that I'm going to save up this much, or I'm going to be here and with this much income by this time. And you may not absolutely you may have a very different reality to that. But what I'm getting from this card is that reality is necessary to kind of, because what's happening is a lot of clearing of your energy. Okay, so this kind of, it's almost like a reset, where you might perceive it as, oh, I haven't gone anywhere, I haven't progressed. but it's not really that. It's like it's a necessary reset for you to now launch into new energy. So I feel this is more around the time of maybe September, October, around that period, August, September, October, around that time, where you feel, oh, I thought I would be much further ahead than I am. And you might feel disappointed or frustrated, but just know that that is a necessary reset point for yourself, okay? Because after the reset, you can really see the birth of new life. And with this new life and new energy, so it's almost like another death. You know, we often go through deaths in our cycles. These deaths are the ends of certain parts of ourselves and the birthing of new parts of ourselves, or new and more true forms of ourselves. So when we shed our old skin like the snake, the new is fresher, more vital, more alive. And so we can definitely see something around rebirth happening in this year. And it's not necessarily linear. It could happen before this time period as well. I'm even getting maybe June, July, kind of feeling like really reborn and feeling ready to really dance with the universe, okay? And beginning to really now create abundance from the inside out for yourself, okay? Because before here, the universe is kind of doing it for you and with you. But here, you are doing it from yourself, from within. So you become that master of your own creation. You start to be able to really play with abundance here. Let's see what this card says. And what I see with this card is, and by the, towards the end of the year, it's like the table is going to be set for your future. The table is going to be set and the pieces are going to be laid for the next phase of your life. And then you're going to, in that next phase, you're going to now be learning about how to play the pieces. Whereas in this phase, it's really about how to let go of all that isn't you, and how to flow, how to integrate, how to release without attachment, how to bring out of you in the world, how to let these beautiful jewels of you out into the world. That's a very important piece. How to trust, how to let go of concepts and ideas and plans, how to be born again, how to create from the inside out. So this is all kind of teaching you this year. And then next year, once you have all of this, once you're already here and you're creating, now you're going to learn how to manage, how to move these pieces around, how to work with your wealth, rather than really learning about all of these qualities, which are bringing you into a place where you can create wealth from the inside out. You can create abundance that you desire from the inside out. Here, in the next phase, you're going to be learning, maybe that's the next year or towards the end of the year, you're now going to be in a new game. And the new game is, how do I now manage this? How do I work with this energy? How do I work with money? How do I, yes, maybe it's more around investing now and starting to put things together in certain ways, or investing in projects. It's not necessarily just about accumulation. It's now more about, how do I work with the pieces that are on the table? Right, I think that is the message for you. So a lot that you're going to go through. Enjoy the journey, stay in trust, take these lessons, come back to the video whenever you need to hear it again. So if you feel at any point overwhelmed or lost or struggling, just come back to the video so you can listen to it again and get that clarity. All right, take care. Much love.